So we'll continue with the lab session. In the last session we have seen the usage of call and return instruction. When call and return instruction is used, what are the sequence of operations that takes place when call and return instruction is used, how the control moves from the main program to the subroutine and from the subroutine back to the main program. Everything has been discussed, and we had also written a program to generate the Fibonacci series. In this session, let us see how to find the factorial of a number. Okay, so we have to know the logic for finding the factorial of a number. We know that 0 factorial is 1 and even 1 factorial is 1. Suppose the inputs given are 0 or 1, then directly the output can be written as 1. Suppose if we take any other numbers other than 0 and 1, let us see how to find the factorial. Let me consider an example of 5. To find the factorial of 5, 5 has to be multiplied with 4, then with 3, then with 2, then with 1, and it has to be terminated at this step, because further if you multiply it with 0, the product becomes 0. Okay, so let us look into the algorithm. First, the number is stored in register A. It can be stored in any other registers also. In this particular logic, I have stored the number in register A, and then we need to check if the number is 0. If the number is 0, then directly we can write the output as 1. Then suppose it is not 0. Check if the number is 1. If the number is 1, then directly you can write the output as 1. Suppose these two conditions are not satisfied, that means the number is other than 0 and 1. For that you have to find the factorial. So first the number has to be fetched and stored in A register, and then you have to decrement that number by 1 and it has to be stored in B register, because to perform multiplication operation we know that the numbers should be in A register and B register. Then the product has to be multiplied with 3, and the product obtained further is multiplied with 2, and further the product is multiplied with 1, and then we need to stop. Reason is that further if you multiply with 0, then the answer becomes 0. We'll look into the program. ORG0000H indicates that the program is started in this location 000H in the program memory. A is loaded with the direct data, that is 05H. This is immediate addressing mode, and the value that is there in A register is moved to R5 register. In this case it is 5. Okay, now we have to consider 3 cases, that the number is 0, the number is 1, third case is the number is 5. So let me start with the third case, that the number is 5. First the number is compared with 0 0. Is it equal to, CJN stands for compare and jump not equal to 0. Here the number is not 0, so it will go to the label proceed. Here the number is checked whether it is equal to 1. Okay, then here also the number is not equal to 1, so it will go to the label next. So here under this label a subroutine is called using the instruction call next one. So control is moved to this instruction next one. First we need to multiply the number with 4. 5 has to be multiplied with 4. See, previously whatever value is there in A register, that is stored in R5 register. Now R5 has to be decremented by 1, so it becomes 4. Then we have to load that value to B register. The reason is that to perform multiplication operation, the data has to be in A as well as B register. So mul AB. the content, that is 5 is multiplied with 4 and the product is stored in A register. Next, CJNE R5 comma hash 01H. So you're checking whether 5 R5 is equal to 01. If it is not equal to 01, once again execute the loop. Then further R5 is decremented by 1, it becomes 3. Then multiplication operation is carried out. Then once again decrement the value of R5 by 1, it becomes 2. Compare, it is not equal to 1. Once again go to the beginning of the loop. The value of R5 is decremented by 1, it becomes 1. Okay, the data is moved to B register. Multiplication operation is carried out. Okay, now when R5 is equal to 1, it comes out of the loop. And every time you perform multiplication operation, the product is stored in A register. Okay, product is in A register. Now the control is passed on to the main program, and here jump last instruction is written. So last means it goes to the end of the program and program gets terminated. Okay, so now the result is displayed in A register. This is case 3. Let me consider the first case, that the number is equal to 0, 0. If the immediate number taken itself is 0, 0, that is in A register, then directly you can load the value 0, 1 to A register, where 0, 1 is the product. Then jump last, program gets terminated. Suppose the input is 1. In that case what happens, let us see. That is the second case what we have considered. CJNE A comma 0, 1, it is not equal to 0, 0. So it comes to proceed. CJNE A comma hash 01H, it is compared with 1. Yes, it is equal to 1. In that case the factorial of 0, 1, that is 1, is loaded into A register and the program is terminated. Okay. So here the output is written for all the 3 cases. First, the number is 5. When the number is 5, we know in decimal the product is 120. Factorial of 5 is 120. But here we are getting the output in hexadecimal. So output is 78H. Suppose the number is 0. Input is 0. Output is 1. Suppose the input is 1. The output is 1. Thank you.